Let's get right to Fox News' Dave Spencer. He's live with how the school district and police are responding. Dave.
Yeah, Rip, there are a couple issues at play here, and a lot of that is what brought parents out to the school board meeting in Richmond. The first you mentioned, the two threats at the school district all within a week. The first one was investigated and deemed somewhat credible, so they closed down school for an entire week, reopening today on Monday. Now on Sunday, however, they got a second threat. That one was investigated according to the superintendent and determined not to be credible, so they did allow students back in school today. Now parents have an issue with how they were notified of these threats and the fact that teachers are leaving the district. A threat at school strikes at any parent's fear that their child is in danger.
Make no mistake about this. This is violence.
But the perpetrator is still walking the halls among our children. How can we feel any security in that?
It's what prompted parents and some staff to the media center at Richmond High School, concerned over patterns they're starting to see.
We have had two threats in our district within a week of each other. I was happy to see that the school took the first threat so seriously and closed all week, but that was also because our district was so short-staffed, which is unfortunate.
Between the threats that have occurred, the teachers leaving, and trying to figure out what my wife and I need to do to take care of our two children and make sure that they have care when the unfortunate situation arises where we have to close the school.
School Superintendent Brian Walmsley says this is uncharted waters for him.
In my almost 30 years of education, I have never experienced a threat so disgusting as the one that was left in our school.
It started on January 2nd. Schools were supposed to be closed for one day while some of the new staff got up to speed. But then a note was found in a middle school office, an anti-Semitic threat to kill a specific middle school staff member and his family. That staff member had only been on the job for just days prior to getting this threat and has now quit.
There was a specific date listed on the January 3rd threat.
As a result, school was closed for an entire week, resuming Monday the 9th, the day after a second threat was discovered.
The letter that we received on Sunday was very different in the way it was written than the letter we received that was actually hand-delivered.
This threat was in an email directed at a teacher, investigated by the superintendent and police and found to be not credible, and therefore school was allowed to resume. But some parents say they only found out about that second threat after the school day was over.
How is it that okay to withhold the information from the parents and expect us to continue to trust you with our children?
We can always improve. We can always do better.
Now, as you can imagine, the police are taking this very seriously. In fact, Richmond police are working in conjunction with state police. They have access to the crime lab. We're told by the superintendent that actually some evidence has been handed over to state police to be investigated at the state crime lab. But so far, there have been no arrests and no known suspects. Reporting live tonight, Dave Spencer on The Edge.